to the UV video. Make sure you guys go check that out. If you're just now tuning in, like, comment, and subscribe. Whatever you accomplished in the year 2023. We're going to talk about what I've done, what I thought has helped me, and some of the turn of events that has happened to me all at the end of 2023. Just waiting for the live to actually get live, and we'll hop right into it. For my day ones, I greatly appreciate you guys always sticking in there, showing me some support. Without y'all, I wouldn't be able to do this. So, we're going to talk about some UVs today. We're going to talk about the end of the year updates and what you guys may have planned. If you're just now joining us and it's your first time around, happy holidays, Barb. Greatly appreciate you tapping in. I haven't been able to do my lives. I haven't been able to be myself in a couple of weeks, but I'm feeling like I'm bouncing back. So this is why we're going to do it. This is how we're going to do it, and I'm most excited to talk with you guys. What are you working on? What are you gritting on? Is it snowing outside where you're at? Is it tragically cold? Or is it curiously warm? It was warm today for me here. Anyway, it was in the 50s. So I'm going to give it a few minutes, y'all, just to let the live actually liven up, and we'll start the conversation. I'm also going to go grab some UV DTFs. I can show some custom orders too, because I haven't shown any custom orders on here. And wow, it's amazing what you can do with UV. These are custom UV, and I'm guessing this is for, this looks like license plate size. Okay. St. Thomas Aquinas tray. Young man playing basketball right here. And yes, this is UV. That's, I didn't know they came this thick and big and massive. You learn as you grow. I'm gonna get some other ones to show you guys. So 1 second, I'm about to hop on. Ultraviolet direct to film transfers. I guess that's what the industry is calling it. I'm not too sure. To get back to this, it's amazing. One solid image. UV. Watching you while I get a manicure. Okay, hey. By the way, appreciate you tapping in. Did you guys know that they use these for the fingernails as well? Yes, they highlight the fingernails and do all types of little designs with UV transfers, which is awesome because I'm right next to a nail shop, so you know I'm gonna be knocking on the, yo, hey, you need some of these for the nails? Just upselling myself. Right now I'm showing you some of the UV transfers that have been printed here, and look, most of these transfers that they're putting on cups, mugs, suitcases, bottles, walls, wherever you want to put them, are also used for decals. Were also used for whiskey bottles. Also used for business doors, signs. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on and on and on. I didn't hop on here to talk about UV, but I've been amazed by UVs. With being able to print them and just overall learning about them. Hence the new video about to drop over this. What have you guys been working on? I guess I need to check the comment section, huh? So I'm just running my mouth. But this is long awaited, long overdue, and I'm just glad to, you know, start back working and get back into normalcy, hopefully. But before I talk about any more of this UV and everything else that's going on, I want to give you guys an update and what's been going on with Mike T's. I think I'm going to have to sit down for this one, y'all. Alright, so as of recently, we have the holidays. Hopefully my phone don't jump down from here, but if it do, I'm apologizing in advance. we have the holidays, and you guys heard me saying the big four seasons and all of that. Um, Within the last couple of weeks, I had two very, very, very close deaths in my family. I lost two people that I loved a lot. My grandma, which, you know, she lived a wonderful life, and she made it to be, I want to say, 92. My age may be off, you know. Hi, Don. Just explaining what's been going on before I actually get into what the video is about. She might be a little bit younger, a little bit older, I'm not too sure. But she lived a great life. My grandfather and my grandmother, now this is on my mother's side, were both great to me. I remember, I have so many memories with them. From fishing at 5 a.m. in the morning when I was a young child to learning some of the recipes that my grandma showed and taught me, you know, as I was growing up. Along with having Thanksgiving and all sorts of things together. So, Grandma, I greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate you. I love you. I know you down on me. However, my younger brother, James, passed November 30th, a couple days after Thanksgiving. So my grandma died December 2nd, to give you guys some background, and my brother died November 30th. That's a couple days apart from each other. Me and my brother were extremely close. When I got into this industry, I wanted my brother to join me. He just had some other obligations, and he just wasn't as interested in doing this as I was. But I saw this as a out for us, aka a family business. Now I know you guys have seen me. If you've been with me a long time subscriber, you might have caught my brother on this channel. And me talking with him and going back and forth, like he had cancer, and when he got out of cancer, I decided to go ahead and get a whole bunch of equipment and gift it to him just so I could teach him to do what I'm doing. That way he wouldn't have to worry about money, and he can keep his mind off of other things. But yeah, he passed, and his funeral was yesterday. Hence the reason my videos have been all over the place and I haven't been going live. I just had too much on my plate. And I've been super, super stressed out. But I have to remember, you know, once we're here, while we're here, we're supposed to fulfill, you know, the obligations of the Lord, or what the Lord has set us out to do. And I know my brother believed in God. He believed that Jesus came down and you know, God sacrificed his only begotten son. You guys, you already know the whole spiel. So basically what I'm getting at is I know my brother was a believer, and I believe he is in heaven, as well as my grandma. But having those just back to back, like, was extremely, it was a lot of emotions going on. There was a lot of depressing stuff, I guess, you know what I'm saying? So I haven't been able to actually be myself, but like I said, today God spoke to me, and he was like, man, you can't sit here and wallow and be all defeated and completely untapped from earth. That's not you. You got to stay working. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm put my best foot forward. My brother was loved by everybody in my family. And plus, I want to show my children, because my children love their uncle. You guys, my brother has lived with me since I've gotten out the house. Since I moved away from my parents' house and started getting apartments and houses and things like that, I've always had my brother right by my side. He was like my best friend. He was my best friend. So even though we didn't click well on this, we clicked well on other aspects of life. And James, I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss you. But I had to let YouTube know what was going on. Get this off my mind, so if you guys see me looking in space, not looking like myself, or maybe a little bit sad, you guys know why. I don't want to leave you guys in the dark. And no, I didn't have to disclose this information. However, I felt it very vital, since we are a family, that I let you know what's going on a little bit in my personal life. And why a couple videos may be hit or miss, or my attitude ain't where it's supposed to be, or I ain't as bubbly as I normally am. That's all. Now we're going to get up off of that subject, and we're going to keep it moving. T. Lamont, what's going on with you? Don, greatly appreciate you. Barb, appreciate you. Yes, they are definitely watching over me. So, right now we're going to get to what I was speaking about, the UV transfers. I didn't got all thrown off. It was a great celebration. My brother, like I said, he lived life to the fullest. Me and him were polar opposites, so we looked and viewed life from two different lenses, if that makes sense. Has anybody had the chance to work with ultraviolet DTF transfers at all? Have you gotten an order? Have you tried them out? Have you even, ladies, if you got them on your nails, have you ever got them done on your nails? What are some of your experiences with ultraviolet DTF? And if you don't have any, like Don says, nope, no, none whatsoever. I'm here to enlighten and for you guys to ask questions. This machine right here prints these very wonderful UV DTF transfers that I have behind me. I see you're a sublimation trader, laugh out loud. Never. And if you watch my last video, you already know I am never against any forms of print method. I believe they're all here to work for us, and they can work cohesively amongst one another to make a great product. A lot of people don't feel that way. They feel like I'm in the screen printing. The only way out for me is screen printing. I will never mix medias. Some people feel like I embroider. I will never have to screen print because I do embroidery. Some people feel like I just work with HTV, heat transfer vinyl. That's it. I ain't working with nothing else. You know? What I'm telling you guys is that's silly. All right? If you don't have the means to learn all the methods, I understand. But never say you're just limited to one. Never say that. Because as you grow in whatever print method that you so choose, you are going to want to add other print methods to make the most money, right? If we're talking about money, if we're talking about growth, if we're talking about learning stuff, I mean, I don't know about y'all, but for me, I like to self-indulge myself fully or immerse myself fully in the print industry or in cutting hair or in cooking food. So therefore, I want to know the background. I want to know why, when, where, how can I learn this, how long is this going to take me to learn, and how I can utilize it best to make profit in my business. So with sublimation, I never will abandon sublimation. Shout out to Silky Socks, #1 with the sublimation blanks right now in my eye. You know, word of Mike, not word from anybody else. He killing it with the socks, the shirts, the towels, the hats. I mean, all that stuff. So, never sublimation trader. Sorry to go off. I digress. Let's get back to what I was talking about. Bro, laugh out loud, yeah. This is the machine back here that you guys may have seen if you follow me on my TikToks or my Instagrams or any other social media sites. I show this often. This right here, this digital printer, is a UV DTF printer. I will go to the front of it and explain this in full detail. If you guys want me to, I will. I can show you the varnishes. I could tell you one positive thing about ultraviolet DTF that's way better than any regular DTF. And you want to know what that is? The ink usage is very, very minimal. The varnish usage is very, very minimal. So these inks that I have not had to replace. The varnishes that I have, and I do have 3 stations for varnish. Well, 2 stations for varnish, 1 station for whites, and then the rest is the CMYK and a couple other different colors for like a lighter blue or for a darker magenta, which we can explain. I'll explain it to you further as we go along. Creative threads. You have to stay on top of the latest techniques in the industry. That part. Hey, creative threads, that needs to be pinned to this whole live, because I believe you don't want to stifle yourself and you don't want to get backdoored. A lot of people will be like, well, he only do this. I ain't going to mess with him because he ain't going to know how to utilize this. If you say you open to all methods, just going back to that sublimation thing real quick, then you're ever growing, you're ever learning, and people will be more willing to take a chance with you, if that makes sense. I've just learned this throughout going through my industry. I'm about 5 years into print industry, so I'm teaching y'all as I go. I don't have all the answers. I'm not going to sit up here and say I'm the best at what I do. I think I'm damn good, but I'm not the best. There's people that's way better than me, way more knowledgeable than me. That's why I don't sell courses and I don't sell classes like that. I'd rather just teach it to you or show you exactly what I'm doing. So that way you can learn. Remember, I always make the mistakes so you guys don't have to. All right. So this machine, like I said, if you guys want me to take you off of here, I will, and take you around and we can talk about this, but really that ain't what I wanted to do. Being able to print your own UV, ultraviolet, direct-to-film transfers. Now, Barb, you say you have not had the chance to use them, so I'm going to take one and actually tear it up just so you can see exactly what it is. All right, so what this is like a raised kind of graphic that you can put on cups and tumblers, and as you can kind of see it, the varnish is what makes it raised. It puts down so minimal of ink that, like I said, you're not running through a whole bunch of ink. Now, the reason it's Superman shiny is because there is a clear plastic film over top of the stickers and, of course, the backing. So when you go to release the stickers, you don't want to pick a corner. And this helps if you got nails. And what I'm trying to do is actually remove it from this backing, this white backing. All right. So when you get one of my transfers, I can't speak for everybody else's transfers. Only speaking for Vinyl Supply Unlimited's transfers right now. What you have is this clear layer that actually houses the stickers on this side. Now this is the backing to make sure that no debris gets on this sticker, because when you are placing these onto your substrate, the substrate itself needs to be Superman clean, and this needs to stay Superman clean. And there's some tips and tricks that I'm getting ready to show you in the video that I'm about to drop over here. Basically, parchment paper is going to be your best friend when using this, because you need to line it up on both sides of the cup or the substrate or whatever it is that you're lining it up on. And a lot of times you're not sure if this transfer is too big, so it's a lot of moving parts. Anyhow, Barb, you see that sticker? It has a sticky backing. We don't say permanent, but I'm going to say it's permanent, because once you get this on something, it's dang near impossible to get it back off unless you soak it for 48 hours in some soapy water with Goo Gone or VLR or something like that. But at that point, it's almost like you need another substrate, because the sticky backing on the back of this sticker will leave a mess. You'll just be sitting there trying to get that up off of there the best way you know how. All right, so we're gonna ruin this one just for you, Barb, or Don. So you can see all that on the back, right? This is a sticker. Now, when you go to transfer this sticker onto another substrate, Aquafina, for instance, and now I'm not doing this all professional. I don't even want to do the whole thing. I'm just gonna do a part of it. Ultraviolet too hardens the varnish. That's the whole thing about ultraviolet. That's why it's ultraviolet nails and all of that. Little crash course. Basically, you take your bottle. This works very well on whiskey bottles and cups and coffee mugs, all types of stuff. I don't know how I got full-on fledged with a tutorial, but I'm doing it for y'all. Doing it for my peoples. All right, see this done? Bam. Clear substrate. Just gonna line it up. This is not the way I would do it if I was gonna sell it to somebody. This is just for the sake of this. I'm gonna smooth this along this water bottle, making sure to avoid air bubbles. So I'm just running my fingers across it. Well, I tried to avoid air bubbles, but it's almost impossible, I guess, because I'm doing it like this. What I did is I just transferred those stickers onto this water bottle. Now that clear layer that you have up top comes off. You kind of don't want to use no water bottle to wait. Don't do what I'm doing, people, all right? Because you're going to be mad. You're going to be trying to cuss me out. And I'm going to be like, I did that, so you don't have to go through that. You kind of want to get a corner, and you want to keep this clearness tight up against whatever substrate it is that you're using. And I don't know the best way to get this, y'all. Hopefully you can see this. Usually you want a straight. You don't want as much ribbed unless you're like skill level. I ain't skill level, I'm just doing this for y'all. We're gonna remove that backing up off of there, all right? You see that? and it transfers the stickers. Now, once again, if I was doing this professionally, I wouldn't have missing pieces coming up off of there. You know what I'm talking about? I would take my time. I would make sure this is the way it's supposed to be. For the sake of this video, I'm just doing it like this. Or for this live, I'm just doing it like this. And I'm just moving that up off of there. But ultimately, if you peel it wrong, you're going to be ripping that sticker up off of there like I just did. If you peel it right, you're going to get something like the snowflake right here. And now I have my little Christmas water right here. I just branded this Christmas tree water. And it only comes out in December, y'all. I'm playing. Anyhow, these UV stickers are used worldwide, and so much stuff that I didn't know. I didn't know that they were on whiskey bottles. I didn't know that this is what they was using instead of regular decal, the Oracle paper and the Metamark and stuff. I had no idea. Car dealerships use this to put their little logos on the back of cars, like when you go to the car lots. I had no idea. They're using on kids' watches and kids' cups and so many different uses. You wouldn't know unless you in the print industry, I guess. Hence the reason why I dig deep into whatever it is that I'm looking for. Yes, it is raised like HTV, comes off unless, yes, is it raised like HTV? Comes off unless you use resin. So with the super sticky backing, I'm going to say that it ain't coming off at all unless you put it on the substrate wrong. I've had one that I've done for my wife, like when we first started getting these transfers, just to try out, just to make something for my wife. And it survived the dishwasher, it didn't survive my kids washing the cups. Nothing's lifting up. It's been in hot water for a great period of time and hasn't come off the substrate. So you can go ahead and put a clear coat on this if you want to, just for double, triple safety. But as the industry uses it, they don't do that. I'm here to tell you now. When I'm trying to think of the whiskey that I saw. There's a whiskey bottle out there. I don't drink, y'all, so I can't, off the top of my mind, I'm not going to remember it. But there is a whiskey bottle that's being used right now where all they do is apply these stickers, these same stickers to that whiskey bottle, and they keep it moving. No varnishing, no coats, no nothing. Because it's like a hard sticker. In the same sentence, depending on your varnish and how much varnish is coming out of your machine, you could tell whether you have a great UV DTF sticker or if you have a horrible UV DTF sticker. Now remember, the UV, the ultraviolet light, just hardens the actual varnish that's coming over top of the sticker. And a lot of times they'll be super stiff, which we've experienced in the beginning. And if you were to bend that UV transfer at all, it would just simply snap. What you're looking for is a bendable UV DTF transfer that will not crack or snap whenever you go to do this, all right? That's problematic. You don't want that to happen. And just in case in an event it just like folded on itself, that's a waste of money. This process, these transfers, to me, are more expensive than your Oracle or your Metamark or anything as far as that goes. So you want to make sure when you're sourcing these, you get it from a reputable company, somebody know exactly what they're talking about and what they are doing. Because if not, you're going to have headaches and you're going to be mad, you're going to waste money, and you shouldn't have to go through all of that. I'm putting that out there in the atmosphere. Now, I done been touching this one because I done removed it from the plastic. But ideally, when you do get yours, if you get yours, and whenever you get yours, vinylsupplyunlimited.com, shameless plug, I would purchase some extra just to play with. Like, I put one on my blue truck. I haven't drove my truck in probably like 2 months now. It's been in the garage. I've been taking my wife to work, and I've been driving the car into work, or the SUV. So it has been in rain. It hasn't gotten a chance to be in snow, but it has sat outside. It has gotten frost on it, and I wiped the frost off of it. I didn't have any issue with the sticker coming off of the truck. This is just so I can try and figure out the best way to tell you guys how long these will last. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and start asking me. Here's the one right here. I'm going to see if I can take one completely off. Alright, so I'm going to use this VSU logo right here. A solid UV DTF. Now, if you get one of these and you can't bend it like this, and you can't let it touch corner to corner without it cracking. It's too hard. They overcooked it. It's set up underneath the ultraviolet lights for way too long. It should have some play to it for a little while. Now, will you be able to adhere this to a wall, take it off the wall, and then put it on the cup? Absolutely not. That'd just be a waste of money and some damages you're going to be mad at. Don't be mad at me, because I'm telling you right now, it's not going to work. It's not a removable sticker. This is a one and done right here. So the fact that I even put my fingertips on the back of this makes this unusable, all right? Have you taken it through the car wash? No, I haven't took it to the car wash. Right now with the rain and everything sitting, I'm sorry, I'm sweating, y'all. I didn't got hot. With it sitting in my driveway, it's just been getting weathered that way. Once I start driving, or I'm actually waiting for snow to cover it up and just sit there for a while, because I'm in Ohio and we are at the rust belt, rust bucket, whatever you want to call it. I want to see what the snow and what the weather is actually going to do to that UV DTF transfer. And right now I don't have enough time to tell you guys, oh, it did this through the winter and this is how it came out and this is what it looked like. I haven't been able to do that. Right now this is an active live trial and error with this behind the scenes, just to see what's going on. But as I was saying, if you can't bend this like this, if there's no play in this, chances are there's too much varnish on that print. So their settings wasn't dialed in right. You should be able to bend this. I'm just removing this up off of here. So now I just have a sticker in my hand as opposed to it being on this backing. And once it comes off of this backing, all the stickiness and where it was at, that's gone. All right, so here's just the sticker by itself. As you can see, it's shiny because of that varnish. And I'm just playing with it a little bit, but once I get it to trusty dusty water bottle again, something like this, it's there. That mess up is there for life. All right, and see what I just did? I scraped it down and I actually broke it. So if I was to try to remove this, I'm just having fun right now because I haven't tried to do this. All right, so now I'm trying to remove it off of that surface and it's breaking in pieces. It will not come back off of here because it has formed into the water bottle. It's formed literally to the water bottle. And it came right back off the water bottle and crumbled like that and broke like that because it was fresh. I just literally stuck it on here. If I did this yesterday and came back and was trying to do all of that, I may get it up to lift up a little bit, but it's definitely going to chip away like paint. It's not going to be that as malleable as it was when I just had that sticker in my hand, if you get what I'm saying. You guys have any other questions? I kind of did just destroy that sticker right there. So, how can you get your hands on or make your own UV DTF? Head on over to vinylsupplyunlimited.com. My partner and I have put the same, basically the same thing you would do for UV or for regular DTF on there. We're using the same Flexi Pro. We're using that same. The only thing that's different is now Shopify, but we still have it to where you can upload and do your own images, your custom images, in case you want to do like license plates. I've been seeing these ladies. Let me tell you what, these crafters out here, they get into it. And let me tell you what, the one lady came in with her nails done, and that's what you heard me just speaking about that. Imagine taking these little snowflakes, right, for you ladies out there, for you guys that do fingernails, and putting this on a fingernail. Yo, they charging like $600 a hand. Well, I might be blowing it out of proportion. I don't know. I gotta go next door and ask them. But I know they're making buku bucks off of these UVs and put them on fingernails because they last a long time. A super stupid long time. You got your favorite team, you got your favorite, you know, whatever it is, you can go ahead and get it printed and definitely use it that way. Now, I seen an interesting question in here. I'm doubling back for. These do not go on fabric. No, they do not go on fabric. I would not recommend them for fabric. I would never put them on fabric. I'm gonna say hard surfaces only. You know what? I might end up putting one on top of my heat press just to kind of see what the heat does to it after it's been stuck there for a while. But I'm imagining nothing. I mean, I don't see what it could do to it. Because I'm just as curious as y'all. I'm always trying to find a different way to utilize the stuff that I got so I can make money off of it multiple different ways. Yeah, I can use it for a decal, I can use it for a cup, but if I can use it on a canvas with a DTF print, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to try that just so I can maximize my profit. Guys, have any more questions? Or would you like to actually take a look at the machine? I'm not turning the machine. Did I turn the machine on? Yeah, the machine is already on, but I can't print. We like to have 2 or 3 people in here. Will you be selling? Yes, they are for sale right now. Head on over to vinylsupplyunlimited.com and place your order. We're looking about 1 week for shipping. I'll say that and probably be shipped by Monday, but I'm just saying 1 week. Does a sticker have a raised feel or smooth feeling on the substrate? All right, so this is a substrate that I use for a video. There is definitely a raised feeling to it. It gives it a shininess to it almost. And I know I got a lot of lights going on in here, but I think you can see that that's raised up off of that cup. Just a little bit, not god awful. You know what I'm saying? It's just enough. You know that this is there. It gives it some depth, some dimension. Definitely raised. And like I said, if the varnish is right on that DTF or that UV DTF, then it's gonna look right. It's not gonna be, how can I describe it, hard and rigid surfaces. It should be a nice raised smooth feel. Yeah, sure, no problem. You guys have any more questions? I'm definitely willing to answer from as much as I've learned working with the UV DTF. That's the only thing, is it's too many acronyms, it's too many words. So I'm gonna just say UV, all right? You guys know what I'm talking about if I just say UV. I don't know about pros and cons with this yet. I am diligently doing my research behind the scenes to find out what this all can be used for and if it's all positive or is there some negative setbacks. I'm not too sure. But if you haven't had the chance to try these out, we offer several stock images, especially for the seasons. There will be some like sports theme ones, like this. This would be a great coffee cup, coffee mug. And I'm also showing the tips and tricks in this first video that's coming out, how I use parchment paper to get these installed flawlessly, because you're going to want to line it up. You're going to want to cover the back of that adhesive so you're not just wasting money or ruining money. And the best way that I could say that has worked effectively for me is Jen's hinge method. And Jen is a worker from here that's been doing cups for years. Matter of fact, she does these type of cups, the bling cups. See how she does all of that work into there? So, you know, your boy had to enlist a professional because I want to know that I'm doing it right. I want to be able to make some coin off of these. Now, not that I'm getting into cups, but at least so I can regurgitate what I've learned to teach you guys, and you guys be able to go out there and make some money. Any other questions? Yep, so the transfers definitely are available, like I said, on vinylsupplyunlimited.com. You can upload your own personal ones. You got kids ones. I've been buying like little packs off of, what's that called? Etsy, where stuff's already designed. So buy the file and just print. And these ones, I actually got a bunch back here because once you print, you tend to print like a lot, just so you can chop it down. You're not wasting the time. I was looking for something. Do not see it. Right here. This tool will be your best friend when applying them. Now you can use your thumbs and go work outwardly with it, Like I said, you guys are just, you have to watch the videos as they drop, but you definitely gonna want to get you a squeegee tool, especially if you get into the habit of doing these on a regular to make money. All right, appreciate you, Don. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, moving forward, or moving on, I should say. Some of the things that I've set out and some of the goals that I've accomplished this year. I make this such a serious point. I'm pretty sure you guys are like, dang, this is all this man has been talking about since the end of August. Because what a time. What a time to be out here and being able to make coin and being able to see your profit increase with making these creative customs. I say all that to say this. I make custom shirts throughout the year. I do all types of stuff for basketball teams, baseball teams, jobs, corporations, businesses. I even go out and I sell myself to the public to see if there's people that may need things, such as the nail shop next door. Hey, we offer DTF, UV DTFs. Would you like to see what we're talking about? Would you like to test try them? Maybe do them a couple customers' nails and see, you know, what the readback is, or if they're going to come back, or if they actually like it. This is something that they can actually use in the future. The reason I talk about all of this is because every year change. Every year you should either be able to determine if you've lost or if you've gained. There's been instances in where I've lost. I can say that 2019 was pretty good, but it wasn't as profitable as 2020. So I had loss going into that new year. But from 2020 on, it's been steady growing. I haven't had any losses. And it's been steady growing mainly because of COVID. A lot of people have been trapped inside their houses. They had nothing to do, and it was a time to make stuff. It was a time for people to tap into their entrepreneurial side because we didn't know if our regular jobs would be around. I had a normal job, but DoorDash was just paying a doctor's salary. So definitely people were door dashing or finding ways to do hair or clothes or whatever. The big 4 seasons to me is very important to speak on. And as my business continues to grow, I will continuously talk about it. If you guys continuously to follow me on YouTube, I will talk about it every year. It's just important to me. What are some of the things that you guys have seen this year that makes you feel like you've gotten closer to your goal? I think I just did speak on this in my last video or the video before. Being able to move into a new environment, being able to introduce direct to film, UV, being able to have the experience of going through what I went through in the Maslin shop to figure out that that wasn't going to be a perfect fit. Not every opportunity is a great opportunity. It may be presented as a great opportunity, but once you're in it, it may not be beneficial to you and or the person that you're involved with. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for going through that and learning that that wasn't going to work for me. That wasn't going to be something that I could utilize or something that was going to help propel me to the next level. Instead, coming here with the person that I originally started with, what I mean by that is he started selling vinyl, Jason is going to speak in about, and I started creating shirts. And at the time I was buying a whole bunch of vinyl off the internet, Amazon mainly. And with Amazon, you have a choice to go through a whole bunch of different brands, but you can never find one that's really, really reputable. I went through a lot of crap. But there are some good ones on Amazon, so I can't completely dismiss Amazon. But the better ones was actually coming to my homeboy Jason. So he was selling vinyl, I was buying vinyl. Y'all know about my whole HTV story. Me layering vinyl and all that. I'll say all that to say this. It only made sense after 5 years into this game to actually team up with somebody or link up with somebody that had the same mindset. Now, his is in wholesale. Jason ain't trying to create nothing. He ain't trying to put no shirts together. He don't care what your design look like. He ain't on that at all. Whereas I'm like the design guy. I love looking at other people's artwork. I love seeing what people have come up with. So, and I love creating someone's vision, if that makes sense to you guys. So it was only right that we come together. He's a wholesaler. He sells everything for the printing industry on that type of level, or for crafters that's driving into town and want to stop by a store that can pick up their vinyl, or maybe their sublimation blanks, or whatever have you that you may need for the print industry. It was here. I like to bring people's visions to life. So there we got us a good partnership. Now in between that partnership, we have hired Brian, which is a DTF printer, Jen, which runs the front, Chaz runs the front, and the other Jen is going to start making videos with me. I'm actually going to film her on Vinyl Supply Unlimited's YouTube channel. So I need you guys to follow me on Vinyl Supply Unlimited. I know it's one and the same, just like you follow me with Squad Creative Podcast. I'm just trying to venture out and grow different platforms. But VinylSupplyUnlimited.com will show a lot more of these in-store tutorials. You guys will be able to see the workflow. As we did just get this, it's gonna go, and this is, it is a regular TV, but it's gonna be hooked up to like my YouTube stuff. It's gonna go somewhere right in there. I might have to scoop myself down a little bit, but it'll be posted up here, and you guys will just be able to see what's going on in the shop 24/7. Sometimes I'll be talking, sometimes we'll be doing tutorials, other times won't be no talking. You guys may see us being frustrated in here, or somebody's order may not have gotten done. All types of stuff, content coming, but that's going to be on Vinyl Supply Unlimited's YouTube channel. We actually are live on Instagram, TikTok as well. So, yeah. All right. Now, you guys didn't ask, but I'm just going to show you because I did take you up off the stand. This is what we use right here to print. Basically, what you want to do is turn this on. I'm going to crash course you real quick. Turn this on, which I don't turn on every button. I usually leave everything on, and I just hit this main button back here. This is an emergency button. We don't never hit that unless it's an emergency, but we turn it on via power switch. From there, right now, we're having to rip from these set of computers, put it to a hard drive to put on this computer. Then we're taking it, our ripped file, and we're printing it via this computer, and it comes out down here. And you will see more in action, probably Monday. And this is all the UV ink right here. Went ham buying it, but having used a fraction of it, just used a very minuscule amount of it. Wasn't a lot. The smell isn't that bad. These are questions that I asked and I'm just answering commonly for myself. But y'all, look how many different tanks is on the back of this machine. You got your varnishes, you got your whites, you got your CMYK going, but you also have your light colors that have a separate tank by itself. Of course, with sensors up top and a white circulation right there, which you can barely hear. The whites have to stay circulated in this machine. Just like over there. I guess that's why they call it UVDTF. They kind of look alike too, other than the gray shell. If you have been watching my videos, you have been seeing me show all of these because I'm just amazed by them. They're all over the tables. Originally, we were buying these from China, and then we just started printing them. There's different methods. There's different films. It's just, it warrants to have its own series. It needs to be explained thoroughly because there's people out here talking about it, but we have no idea the capability. The markup on this is ridiculous. It then kind of consumed the store for real. All right, do I got any more questions? So, I've informed you guys on what's been going on with me. Appreciate the prayers and the hearts and everything. What's been going on with me as far as my videos, maybe my demeanor may be off, I'm not too sure. I'm just actually staying busy. This is what I was told to do. It's the best thing to do, so I'm gonna stay busy. And I appreciate you guys always tapping in. Uh, if you are catching this on Team Replay, drop something that you have done this year that you think will get you closer to your goals or where you've seen growth. This is very important to me. I do read these comments. I do go back and I do assess my life sometimes through these videos, sometimes through social media sites, and I just look and I study it. Um, some people is not as infatuated with it as I am, but I feel I owe it to you guys to always put my best foot forward, to be honest with you and to let you know what's going on. I hope I've been transparent in that way. I hope that you guys have found value in my videos. Um, Other than that, Christmas is what, 10 days away? Not even 10 days no more. It's probably like 9 days away or something like that. Enjoy your time with your loved ones. Enjoy your time with your loved ones. But yeah, with that being said, I greatly appreciate you guys. I'm out. Visit me on vinylsupplyunlimited.com and I will get your orders out to you if you are looking forward to trying the ultraviolet DTF. Till next one, I'm out. Peace.